Hello, and welcome to Modern Skills in English. Today we're talking about something that feels both very big and very small, the future. Not your whole future, but the next 90 days. We're going to explore a simple way to look back so you can move forward with a little more clarity.
Okay, but when I hear words like planning or review, I immediately feel tired. I have 3 assignments due, an exam next week, and I'm trying to have some kind of social life. I feel like I'm just trying to survive each day. When am I supposed to find the time to review my life? It feels like another heavy task on a list that's already too long. What am I even reviewing?
That's the exact right question to ask. What if the goal of a review wasn't to add more work, but to find what you can safely stop doing?
Stop doing? I feel like I need to be doing more, not less. Everyone is so busy, so productive. If I stop doing things, I'll just fall further behind.
Most students believe that. We think progress is about addition, adding more study hours, more skills, more activities. We see busyness and we think it means value. But often we are just busy being busy. We are in a reactive cycle, just responding to whatever's loudest, whatever deadline is closest.
Yes, that's exactly it. Reactive. My whole week is just reacting to my calendar.
The alternative is to be proactive. And that doesn't start with a big, complex plan. It starts with a pause, a short, honest conversation with yourself. We can think of it as a simple 3-question review for the next 90 days.
90 days. So like one school term.
Precisely. It's a manageable block of time, long enough to make progress, but short enough that it doesn't feel overwhelming. And the first question is the most important, because it's the one we almost always skip.
Which is?
The question is, what's working?
What's working? That seems backward. If I'm doing a review, shouldn't I be trying to find my problems and fix my mistakes? That's what teachers do. They mark what's wrong.
And that's why so many of us only focus on our failures. We are trained to hunt for errors. But if you only look at what's broken, you're starting from a place of negativity and frustration. You miss the most valuable information you have.
What information?
The data that shows you at your best. The things that are already giving you energy, results, and even a little bit of happiness. You have to first acknowledge what is already going well. When you formally acknowledge your small successes, you're not just being positive. You are identifying your personal formula for success.
A formula for success. That sounds a bit grand. I'm not sure I have one. I just work hard.
Let's test that. Think about the last 90 days. Can you think of one specific thing, a habit, a routine, a decision that led to a good result? It could be anything. A good grade on a paper, a day you felt less stressed, a new friendship.
I guess. Okay, I started going to the library for 1 hour between my morning classes. I don't take my phone. I just work on my most difficult subject. I feel like I get more done in that 1 hour than in 3 hours at night in my room.
That's a perfect example. You've just identified a key piece of your formula. Environment, the library. Timing, the morning. And focus, no phone. You need to acknowledge that this combination works for you. Before we fix anything, we must protect what is already effective.
I never thought of it that way. It felt too small to be important. I just did it. But I see what you mean. It's a bright spot.
Exactly. And once you've found your bright spots, you are in a much better position to ask the second question. What's not working?
This part feels easier. I can make a long list.
But we need to be careful here. This isn't about listing every single flaw or failure. This is about identifying what is consistently draining your energy or producing poor results, especially the things you just tolerate. We all have things in our lives that are not terrible, but not good either. We just tolerate them, and they slowly drain our time and focus.
Things I tolerate. Okay. For example, I'm in a study group, but we spend the first hour just talking and complaining. Then we rush through the work at the end. It feels social, so I keep going, but my grades in that class are not great. I tolerate it because leaving the group feels rude.
And what does that experience cost you?
Time, mostly, and I leave feeling more anxious about the subject, not less. So I have to restudy everything on my own anyway. It's definitely not working.
Notice the feeling. You described your morning library hour as effective and focused. You described the study group as anxious and inefficient. Your own feelings are telling you what's working and what isn't. What's another thing you tolerate?
Trying to read difficult textbooks late at night.
I tell myself I'm being a good student, that I'm working hard, but my eyes are tired. I read the same paragraph 4 times and remember nothing. It's fake studying. I'm just putting in the hours to feel less guilty.
That's a powerful insight. You're not judging yourself, you're just observing a pattern. Late night reading for difficult subjects is not an effective use of your energy. So now we have 2 clear data points on the other side. The study group and late night reading are not working. This brings us to the third question.
What's next?
Almost. The third question is, what will I focus on?
This is the part that feels big. Do I make a list of goals now? Like get better grades, waste less time, be more efficient?
No, those are not goals. They are vague wishes. The purpose of this question is to use your answers from the first 2 questions to make a simple, clear decision for the next 90 days. It's about being intentional. Your focus should not be an accident. It should be an intentional choice based on what you've learned about yourself.
Okay, so based on what we talked about, my answer to question 1 was that my focused morning library hour is working. My answer to question 2 was that my unfocused evening study group and late night reading are not working.
So what could be an intentional focus for the next 90 days?
I guess my focus should be to do more of what works and less of what doesn't. So maybe my focus is to double my morning library time and to leave that study group.
That's a possibility. Let's refine it. A good focus is usually a simple rule or a single project. Leaving the study group could be one part. What about the other part? You learned that morning is your best time for hard work and night is your worst.
So my focus could be protect my mornings for deep work and stop all difficult studying after 9 p.m.
How does that feel?
It feels simple, maybe too simple. Is that really enough for a 90-day plan?
It is more than enough. Think about the impact. If you truly followed that one rule, you would be moving your most important work into your most effective hours. You would be freeing your evenings for rest, hobbies, or easier tasks. It's a small change in strategy that could produce a huge change in results and well-being. That's the power of an intentional focus.
This all sounds simple, Sarah, and I like the idea. But 90 days is a long time. What if I choose the wrong focus? Or what if a new class starts or something urgent happens? It feels risky to commit to just one thing. What if I make this plan and then can't sustain it for the whole term?
That's a very common fear, this idea that a plan locks you in. And the question of how to sustain a new habit is the real challenge for everyone. But this isn't a contract. It's a compass. It's a tool to help you make decisions. When that new urgent thing appears, your focus helps you ask, does this support my focus or does it distract from it? It gives you a filter. If you can't sustain it perfectly, that's okay. The goal isn't 100% perfection. It's about having a clear direction. The real risk is not in choosing the wrong focus. The real risk is having no focus at all and letting your weeks be defined by random chance.
So the plan is there to guide me, not to control me. And I guess I get to do this again in 90 days. If I learn something new, I can adjust it then.
Exactly. You are not carving the plan into stone. You are writing it in a notebook. You can change it at the next review. The point of this whole process is to learn how to navigate your own life. School teaches you subjects, but this process teaches you how to navigate the challenges of being a student and a person.
Navigate. I like that word. It feels more active, like I'm the one steering. So the whole system is just this loop. First, I have to acknowledge what's already good to find my strengths.
Yes, start with what works.
Then I have to be honest about the things I just tolerate, the things that drain my energy, even if I feel like I should be doing them.
Correct. Identify what's not working without judgment.
And finally, based on that, I make 1 or 2 intentional choices, a simple rule to guide me for the next 90 days. It's not a list of 100 goals, it's a focus.
That is the entire process. Simple to understand, but very powerful when you do it consistently.
The biggest challenge for me will be to sustain that focus when things get busy. When an exam is near, my first instinct is to go back to my old habit of studying late at night.
That's where the review helps you. You can look back at your notes and remind yourself, I have clear evidence that late night studying is not effective for me. It helps you trust your own system instead of your panic. It gives you a way to navigate that stress using your own wisdom.
It's strange. I started this conversation feeling overwhelmed by everything I had to do. All my future plans felt heavy. Now, just thinking about the next 90 days and having one clear thing to focus on, I feel calmer. I feel like I can actually do that.
And that's the whole point. Clarity brings calm. Hello to everyone listening.
We hope this was helpful. If there's a specific student challenge or topic you're thinking about, we'd love to hear it. Let us know in the comments.